Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Ford F-250 Lariat. If you guys are new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews just like this here in Canada. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the F-250s, the engine and towing specs with this, the safety features you do get with the Lariat model, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. Also, thank you to Bayfield Ford here in Barrie for allowing me to review this F-250 Lariat. I'm also going to throw up the window sticker for this truck because it does have quite a few options added to it, so as I walk around, you will notice all of those. First off, before I talk about the front here, I want to talk about this beautiful glacier gray metallic color that this truck is in. I just love the way that this looks, especially with all of the black bits and pieces. All right, now let's start off in the front of the Lariat here. These trucks, the F-250s, 350s, look very, very aggressive, especially because of the lights here. Now, on the bumper here, you've got a body color bumper, you've got the front safety sensors, the recovery hooks, LED fog lights on the corners, and then you get into the grille area. So you have a mixture of the black plastic and the gloss black. So all the way at the top and the bottom, you have the gloss black, and then you have the blacked out Ford badge, a front facing camera, and then these gorgeous LED headlights. I love the C-shaped look here, and you do have your usual lights in the center there. And on the hood here, you do have the Super Duty stamped in, and everything tied together makes this truck look very, very cool. As for what powers this Lariat, it does have the optional 6.7 liter high output power stroke V8 turbo diesel engine, which makes 500 horsepower and a whopping 1,200 pound-foot of torque. Now, towing with this, the way that this truck is set up, conventionally, you can tow about 18,200 pounds. With the gooseneck, it's about 19,380 pounds. And with the fifth wheel, it's about 18,900 pounds. And payload-wise, you're looking at about 3,207 pounds. As for the fuel economy, Ford doesn't really give out any numbers on their heavy duties, and online, the numbers vary. Now, coming to the side of the Lariat here, this does have the Tremor package, and since this does have the Tremor package, you do get the off-road suspension, and of course the truck does sit higher than normal. Now, around your windows, you do have the gloss black just in the center here. For the door handles, these are body color. As for the side mirror, you've got these massive tow mirrors. So you got gloss black here, and then the black plastic, you got the lights, the turn signals, and the side mirror cameras. And here is what these mirrors look like. So you got the top and the bottom. Over on the fender here, you got a blacked out trim piece with gloss black right here. This also says Lariat F-250. Over on the side here, you do have the 6.7 liter power stroke turbo diesel badging because this is what that truck has. And then you also have obviously your side steps, and then are these very cool looking wheels. You've got the gloss black in the center, you got the aluminums on the outside. The center cap also looks pretty cool, and these are your 18-inch wheels paired with these 35-inch tires. And if I do take a step back, you can see these wheels definitely look good with the Lariat. Now, also back here in the middle of the bed, you do have steps on both the sides, so if you do want to quickly grab something, you definitely can. Since this does have the Tremor package, you've got the Tremor decaling. Coming around to the rear, the nice looks obviously continue. You've got the body color bumper, hitches there in the center, rear safety sensors. If you look way down below, you do have a spare tire. Up by the license plate area, you do have all your towing outlets, and then even on the corners, you've got these steps built in on the rear bumper here. And then moving to the tailgate here, you've got the massive Super Duty stamped into the tailgate, a blacked out Ford badge, you've got the rear camera, a light, and speaking of light, you've got these nice looking LED rear tail lights with this black portion in the center, which is your sensor. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate here and see what we have in the back. So it is soft opening, as you can see. So back here you do have a spray and bed liner, which I highly suggest getting on any truck so you're not scratching up the surface. In the back you do have the box link in all of the corners, plus the LED bed lighting on both the sides. Also on the tailgate portion here, you do have a ruler, which is pretty cool. Now over on the rear window, the middle window is power opening, and then up by the light area you also have a bed camera. All right, let's check out the interior on the Lariat and see what we have going on. So it's an all black interior, but there are bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here you do have a good amount of space, plus a water bottle area. This does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and even the plating on this is pretty unique. You've got more space in the center here, granite trimming here, you've got a little bit of storage here, and this cool looking trimming that you're going to notice throughout the interior. Over here you have soft touch, and then this unique trimming soft touch as well. So if you look closely, this kind of reminds me of a pair of jeans, but yeah, it does stand out. And then in terms of the interior seats, it's an all black interior, but you do have the brown piping, stitching, perforated bottom, back sections. The outside seats do come heated, which is a bonus. And then over on the centerpiece here, If I go ahead and fold this down, you do have your cup holders, and let's close this and pull up the rear seats. You do have this massive area that you can definitely utilize. Look at how big that tub is. Now I'm going to jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, hopping inside, this is an F-250, so space is not going to be an issue. As you can see, legroom is pretty good. This seat I'm sure can be adjusted even more. So let's say it comes up to like here. I still have a good amount of legroom. And in terms of the headroom, look at all this that goes into the roof line, because it opens up, as you can see, a ton of room. I'm wearing a hat. For reference, I'm 5'11", and I can probably jump around back here. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, I really like that there's no plastic. It's all soft touch material. You have storage compartments here and on the other side. Now over on the rear console, you got cup holders, chrome trimming around that, your venting obviously, rear heated seat controls, USB ports, and a 120 volt plug. All right, let's check out the front of the Lariat here and see if anything is different. So the only thing that I really notice up here is this massive area of space, and other than that, it's just your usual window controls, side mirror controls, and here's how you power extend your mirror. So if I press that, there you go, and I can bring them back in as well. So that's pretty cool. And then you have your driver memory seat controls. Now, as for the front seats, these are identical to the rear. You got the piping, the contrast stitching in brown, perforated bottom back sections. The front seats not only come heated, but they're also ventilated. And over on the side here, you do have all your power seat adjustments. Here is the hood latch release. Here is the electronic parking brake. And here's how you power adjust your pedals. Here is the light for the bed at the top, the tailgate control, the exterior lighting, plus the fog lights, cluster dimmers, and the exterior side mirror lights. Even around the venting here, you have this nice, almost like this black chrome trimming with the smooth chrome trimming here with the US flag. The steering wheel does come manual adjustable. All right, coming inside, I just want to show you something cool on the cluster, because when I go ahead and start up the truck, you have the nice animations that play, and even on the touchscreen here. And also when I go ahead and turn it off, you have animations. All right, now on the dashboard, it's pretty unique. You got a mixture of hard material here in granite, and then this soft touch material you saw on the doors, and then plastic again. You have a speaker in the corner, in the center, plus you have some space on the dashboard here that you can utilize. And then you have another speaker over there. And then you get into your fully digital cluster area. This is a 12-inch cluster, and on here, you can view a ton of different information. And to control all of that, it is done through here. So if I press the menu here, as you can see, a bunch of menus pop up that I can go through and kind of see what I want to see. As for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This does come heated. You got a ton of granite that goes everywhere, plus this like texture trimming here around this section. Over on the left side, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, volume, Bluetooth, and the other side is your cluster controls, phone controls, and your seat controls. Behind, you will find your wiper controls, high beams, and indicators, and the other side is your gear shifter. Now over on the center armrest, you have the soft touch, the contrast stitching, and opening this up here, you do have this tray that you can utilize or pop out, and inside you have a decent amount of space, plus 2 USB ports. Now over on the center console, because there's no shifter, a lot of room opens up. Now on the side here, you do have your storage compartments, and you got to notice this on the passenger side as well. You've got more of the granite trimming here, so you have space here, cup holders here, but sliding this over, you have more space for cup holders. You got space here, you got that nice smooth trimming, the chrome trimming, and then opening this up, you have space in here, a wireless phone charger, and USB ports. Now over to the left here, you have all your different modes, trailer brake controller, pro trailer knob. Here is the 12 volt outlet, and then the 120 volt plug. And then this section here, the bottom one, is all your heating and cooling. So your heated steering wheel, heated seats, vented seats, and then the multimedia controls. So your cameras, hazards, and traction control. Before I forget, I want to show you the camera. So once I click into this, as you can see, it pops up a bunch of different things. So you have a top bird's eye view here and a front facing camera, which is on right now. If I go into this, I can also see just the full screen. I can also see a full wide panoramic view of the front, which is pretty neat. And then if I go back in, there's also the bed camera that I was mentioning. Here is the back camera, the hitch camera, side mirror cameras, and then this one here is for your trailers once you do have those connected. Now let me go back to the first one here. So the top bird's eye view, you notice a little plus symbol. If I click into this, a bunch of them pop up. And then if I click into any of them, it zooms into that particular area. So towing, parking with this is very, very easy. And since we're on the touchscreen, this is a 12-inch touchscreen, and I like how you have a main section and a mini section off to the right. So on your audio section, this will be your AM, FM, Sirius XM. Next is the phone section once you do have it paired. Next will be the navigation section. Next, under the favorite section, this you can customize to whatever you use the most. under the apps section, you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, karaoke, and this also has YouTube in it. Next is the settings, which is usual on any vehicle, so you can play around with all of that. And lastly is the features section, which will probably be the most used one because you have things like your driver assistance, which is your safety features, and you can control all of that, customize it, turn it on, off, whatever you want to do. Next is the zone lighting, so let's go ahead and override this, turn this on. Now I can turn on one zone at a time or all zones all at once. Heading back, there's also the towing section, so connection checklist, trailer, you can do all of that, and then you have some settings down here, and then just your owner's manual and record feedback. Now over on the little mini screen, I can either use these little arrows or the little pages, which I can then swipe through. Now up here, you do have two buttons. So the first one right here is your engine brake, and then the second one is your hill descent control. Now moving past the rear view mirror, up here, if I pull this down, you do have a place for your sunglasses. There's also the power rear sliding window control, and then the interior lights. Here is a key fob for this F-250 Lariat. It's your usual Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So on here, you have this nice smooth trimming. This also says Super Duty on here, and you can open this up by pressing this, revealing a hidden compartment area. Here is that space I was talking about on the passenger side, on the side of the console, and then just your usual glove compartment space. And as for the different models, well, here they are. You can also pick from different configurations, and then here is all of the ones that are available. As for the safety features that do come with the Lariat model, here is a list, and here is the window sticker for this F-250 Lariat. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 F-250 Lariat. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this truck?